Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Connor Updike. Today you'll learn about County Commission actions from the January 17th board meeting. The board opened the meeting Tuesday by approving the purchase of a new addition to the county's popular Bone Valley ATV park and honoring one of its longest-serving employees. The $169,066 purchase of a 335-acre expansion of the Bone Valley ATV Park was approved by the board Tuesday. The land was purchased from Mosaic Company, which sold the original 200-acre property to the county in 2009. This purchase will allow the already popular park to expand its boundaries and options to riders.
Approximately 2 years ago, the Board of County Commissioners opened our Bone Valley ATV Park in the southwestern part of Polk County. And this park is dedicated just for off-highway vehicles, motorcycles, and ATVs. The existing park is a little over 200 acres. Today, the Board of County Commissioners just approved the purchase of an additional 333 acres to more than double the size of the ATV park. When the trails are completed on the new property, which is going to take several years, but we're going to start immediately, we'll more than triple the length of the trails on this property, so this is a really good news item.
The board approved the sale of land to Highland Park Church of the Nazarene for $685,000 and is part of the Lakeland Highlands Improvement Project. A $930,574 transfer from reserves to the Utilities Community Investment Program expansion and renewal and replacement budgets. The board approved a contract with the Department of Children and Families for the Criminal Justice, Mental Health, and Substance Abuse Reinvestment Grant, which required fund transfers of $400,000 from the Special Revenue Grant Fund Reserve for contingency and $20,000 from the reserve for cash match. The Polk County project will establish a forensic intensive case management team with the community partners, which will include a project manager employed by Polk County Health and Human Services for program oversight, 2 case managers from Peace River Center and from Tri-County Human Services also will be provided in the program. The county's workers' compensation insurance policy renewal with Midwest Employers Casualty Company for a 2-year policy was approved for $261,457 a year. In other news, during the county attorney's portion of the meeting, the board approved $102,000 to purchase a 5-acre lot to build a new boat ramp on Lake Buffum. Depending on the lake levels, the current boat ramp on the lake can be difficult to access, but the new purchase will remedy that, along with paving the way for a possible park addition in the future.
The item today was for the board to consider the purchase of a little less than 5-acre tract located on the western side of Lake Buffum for a replacement public boat ramp. The county currently has a boat ramp on the western side, but it's very small and not usable for expansion purposes in the future. The contract today that was approved by the board will allow the board to go forward and purchase from Green Horizon Land Trust the replacement property for the public boat ramp.
The lease for the Polk County Government Center in Lakeland was approved by the board for an annual fee of $371,522.64. The board presented certificates of service to several employees, which included Douglas M. Doug Lewis for 20 years of service in the Information Technology Division, Darwin J. D.J. Moore for 20 years of service in the Utilities Division, Mike K. Callender for 40 years of service in the Parks and Natural Resources Division. It was proclaimed February 25th through March 13, 2017 as Polk Senior Games Weeks. Frank Brooks, who represented the Polk Senior Games, accepted the proclamation. In public hearings, during the afternoon session, the board held several public hearings on a variety of items. Those items up for consideration included A maintained and deeded portion of right-of-way was vacated by resolution on Shady Oaks Road. A resolution to vacate portions of platted right-of-way was approved by the board for 4th Street Northwest and Lanier Avenue Northwest on the plat of Kathleen. An ordinance imposing a moratorium on the acceptance and processing of new applications for the establishment of medical marijuana dispensing facilities and medical marijuana treatment centers was approved Tuesday. The moratorium will give county staff members time to research current county development codes and craft the necessary regulations. The county staff has set aside May 9th as a time where members of the public can discuss proposals with the board before public hearings for approval are held. An applicant initiated an amendment to the Land Development Code for a possible flea market in Juanita was approved by the board. A large-scale comprehensive plan amendment to change the future land use designation on 10 acres in Eagle Lake, owned by First Baptist Church of Inwood, from residential load to business park center was approved by the board Tuesday. Along with that approval was also another related hearing that approved an amendment to the Land Development Code. The board also approved a map and text amendment to the future land use map and from business park center to residential medium in the transit supportive development area. And in a related case, the board also approved a text amendment to the Land Development Code. The board approved a Land Development Code text amendment amending the use table for the Southeast Polk Selected Area Plan. A de novo hearing was held to consider an appeal of the decision of the Planning Commission to approve a conditional use last year on the Sackett Barn in the Highland City area. The board, in a 5-0 vote, denied the appeal with prejudice, meaning the applicants cannot reapply for a Level 3 review conditional use for a substantially similar use for another 12 months. The owners of the Sackett Barn had applied to have a conditional use approved for an event venue. Well, that wraps up this edition of Dateline Polk. To keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. Tuesday, February 7th. I'm Connor Updike. Thanks for watching.